Hey, how's it going, folks? Well, episode 4 here of Wrestling Connect. I know we're a day late, but unfortunately I did lose my voice. I'm starting to get it back, so bear with me. I do have a bunch of news that has happened over the last few days, and obviously since the last time we spoke. As always, I do appreciate everyone who is checking out the videos as well as the daily wrestling articles. I want to say that the issues we had behind the scenes with YouTube, it does look like we are getting them resolved. So very, very soon we'll start to see even more video content on the site. I do appreciate everyone who's been patient for the last few months here, but we're going to ramp up and we're going to have more videos on YouTube once again. Let's get right into the news. Today, the big news, WWE did announce Tampa Bay, Florida, Wrestlemania 36 will go down at the Raymond James Stadium on April 5th, 2020. And WrestleMania 36, they did have a presser today in Tampa Bay. They did have some WWE stars present, including Titus O'Neil, Roman Reigns, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Natalya. They also did have Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. So WrestleMania 36 is coming to Tampa Bay, Florida, where a lot of WWE superstars do live, and it will be held on April 5th, 2020. As far as the other news, the Shield is getting back together. They do have a match coming up at Fastlane this upcoming Sunday. And now a lot of people are thinking, what's going on with Dean Ambrose? Is he still leaving? Well, according to Dave Meltzer with the Wrestling Observer, it does look like Dean Ambrose's situation with the WWE hasn't changed. It does look like he's still exiting the company. So this might be one of the last times we do see the Shield together. And as far as Roman Reigns goes, this is going to be his first match back since late last year, since he was diagnosed with leukemia once again. So he is going to be returning to the ring. And Meltzer does note that Roman Reigns, as far as his schedule goes, a full-time schedule won't start until May, probably during the European tour. He's scheduled to be at TVs and obviously the pay-per-view, but May is when he's going to go back full-time and get back into the house shows. Some more backstage news here, courtesy of Mike Johnson over at PW Insider. Recently, Jeff Jarrett was brought in under an agent role, in a backstage road agent role. But now he is seemingly getting promoted into a creative role, and as he was originally hired as an agent, it does look like he's going to be joining the creative team in a more of an executive type role. So that will be good for Jeff Jarrett. I'm not 100% sure if we will see him in the ring anymore, but he does have now a new role within the company on the creative end of things. Also, Jushin Thunder Liger did announce today in Japan that his last match will happen next year. He will be retiring from active pro wrestling next year at the Tokyo Dome. So 2020, his last year, he's going to retire. His last year is actually this year. He does want to work the G1 Supercard. He is booked for WrestleCon on April 4th. So Jushin Liger, a legend in Japanese wrestling, known a lot for his work in WCW in the United States. He did have some brief stints in the WWE. They did have in 1990 the Wrestling Summit, where it was All Japan and New Japan did come together with the WWF at the time. They did have an event that they all promoted together, and then NXT TakeOver, and then NXT back in 2015, Jushin Liger was brought in to face Tyler Breeze. That was something that the WWE and New Japan worked together to basically put together, and Jushin Liger had that match just a few years ago, and he is retiring next year. In some unfortunate news here, Tommaso Ciampa did have neck surgery this morning, and he is scheduled to be out of action for an undetermined amount of time. His NXT championship will be relinquished. It does seem like next week at the TV tapings in Florida, we will know the fate of the NXT championship, whether or not they do a tournament or something. Tommaso Ciampa is going to be out of action for quite some time. We don't know how long. Early indications does say at least 6 months, so we won't see Tommaso Ciampa for some period of time. As well, Ronda Rousey, she is going to be taking some time off from the WWE. Right now, it does look like, according to Dave Meltzer, the day after WrestleMania is her last date as far as an active performer. From there, she is scheduled to take some time off. She's not leaving the company, but she is scheduled to take some time off unless, obviously, Vince McMahon can convince her to stay much longer. A few other bits of news here before we go here. It is a shorter episode. I do apologize. Still working with my voice. I do promise next week's episode will be a lot longer, and we will have some more videos coming up throughout the week as well. AJ Styles still hasn't signed a new deal with the WWE. Dave Meltzer does state that, his contract is ending in just a matter of weeks. He still hasn't signed a new contract, but he has told friends and those close to him that he is going to sign a new deal, but he hasn't yet. So we should expect to hear over the next few weeks a new deal from AJ Styles and the WWE. WWE is offering basically anyone who re-signs a 5-year deal right now. So it'll be interesting to see if they do bump him up in pay and if he does agree to a 5-year deal. A few more things before we head off here. Some sad news with the deaths of King Kong Bundy. He did pass away the other day. King Kong Bundy, obviously a legend in the WWE. If you did, grow up in the 80s, you obviously knew a lot of his work there. New Japan did do a 10-bell salute for King Kong Bundy. The WWE did do some graphics on their television, and he will be missed, King Kong Bundy. Also, the Destroyer, Dick Beyer, he did pass away. News came out today. He passed away at the age of 88. And obviously, last but not least, Jungle Boy of AEW, Jack Perry, his father, Luke Perry, known for his work with 90210 and also the CW show Riverdale. He did pass away after a stroke. And we do send our warm wishes to all the families and friends who did unfortunately have to deal with that bad news. That being said, I am going to a WWE live event tomorrow night. Hopefully I'll have some video footage for the channel. As always, don't forget to DDT that like button and subscribe. Join the notification squad to be notified of new videos. And have a great day.